What's going on, guys, and welcome back to News to the Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And I'm here with another amazing Marvel Spider-Man photo submission. You guys submitted some amazing photos this past week, and I'm here to talk about them. And I'm pretty sure we're not playing the same game because I don't know how you guys get these photos in the first place. I mean, these shots are incredible. Anyways, before I get started, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so y'all don't miss anything. Post videos on the daily, live stream on Sundays from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Join my Discord. The invitation link to that is in the description box below, along with the links to my social media such as Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to help support the channel even further, you can now donate to your favorite content creator by clicking on Super Thanks, which is the heart icon with the $ in the center, and you can tip any amount you'd like from the selection down below. So definitely do that. Definitely helps the channel. Other than that, your viewership is more than enough. It really does support the channel, especially when you subscribe. Speaking of which, I would like to take this time to thank Comic Blacks Keenan, Bully McGuire, and Memo for your super thanks. I really appreciate it, guys. Your super thanks does not go unnoticed, and you are all amazing for the super thanks. Thank you so much once again. And if you guys want to get a shout out, be sure to do a super thanks, and I'll definitely shout you out in the next video. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about these amazing photos you all submitted to me this past week. Now, the first one is of Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, submitted to me by Lumpy Jellyfish #2. This guy submits the coolest photos. Sometimes, when you watch his videos, you will, figure out that a lot of the same people that submitted photos from past videos tend to actually make a repeat submission, and they just submit really good photos. If I think your photos look great, I'm going to definitely put it in my submission list. And do not despair if your photos do not make it. Trust me, there's always time to make an appearance on another video. But anyways, great shot. I really love the use of lighting here, especially how the city and the lighting reflects on the red parts of Miles' suit here. Really good use of reflection. I really love it, and especially how dark it is. The only thing that really pops at you are the red parts of his costume. So good job once again, Lumpy Jellyfish 2. The next one is of Spider-Man Miles Morales in his 2020 suit, and this one was submitted to me by SicklyDebt387 over on my Discord. Now, once again, guys, join my Discord if you want to submit your photos, and there is a dedicated channel called Spider-Man Photo Mode Submission, so if you want to definitely submit your best photos, you can definitely do that there. Invitation link is once again in the description box below. But back to this photo. I like this shot because it's kind of fuzzy, and I don't know if it was intended. Maybe the bad picture quality was intentional, but then again, maybe not. But because I think the fuzzy pixelated picture quality of this complements this imagery. It really gives it that sci-fi steampunk vibe, especially with like the whole helmet kind of being reminiscent of Daft Punk, which I really like. It's a great shot otherwise. I mean, really good uses of purple and cool colors in this shot. Thank you once again, SicklyDebt387. I really love this shot. The next one is of Iron Spider's suit from Marvel Spider-Man, and this one was submitted by JADEDBEAR over on Discord. I really like the shot. It's a really simple shot. I mean, it's just really him in midair with a punching pose in a way, and it's tilted on its side, and the whole city, like in the background, being blurred out, really pops at you. I really love this shot as well. Really good use of the coloring and like the filters, where like the red kind of pops, but there's also a really nice, decent shading of black around the suit. So gorgeous shot once again, JADEDBEAR. I really like it. Thank you so much once again. Now this one is interesting because it doesn't have Spider-Man in it, but rather it has Miles Morales. This is from Marvel Spider-Man, the first one, and it's during that sequence where like the whole area is bombed by Mr. Negative and his men and the demons. And it's just Miles running through the middle of chaos, just looking for his dad. And I like this shot because so much can be expressed from this image. It's just, you look at it and you see just nothing but chaos. People are hurt, people are down, there are people helping other people in the background. There's destruction in the middle, and the city is obscured by smoke and debris. And it's actually quite scary if you really think about it. It's a kind of a creepy image, but I really like this shot because, I mean, it looks fantastic. Great job once again. This one was submitted to me by Universe TORTLE over on my Discord. Really love the shot. I kind of figured bringing something different like this in photo submission would be, unique, since I don't really get to talk a lot about Spider-Man out of his costume. So I'm definitely going to be bringing more of those types of photos in my photo submission videos. The next one was submitted to me by SHALZ. He's already submitted photos before, and his photos have made appearances on my previous photo submission videos. And this one is of the websuit Spider-Man, or otherwise known as the Raimi Spider-Man suit. And the reason why I picked this one is because his body's contorted in a very unique way. And I don't know what it is about this angle that kind of makes it interesting, and it just makes it stick out from like the rest of the photos that get submitted here, because I get photos submitted on my Discord every day. And this one just kind of popped out to me. It's really interesting. I've always had this affinity for Spider-Man comics where Spider-Man is, his body's contorted in a very unique way. Especially if you read any of the Todd McFarlane run. Todd McFarlane tends to make Spider-Man look like he's contorting his body in a very, very weird way. Something that you don't see in other kind of Spider-Man comics besides Todd McFarlane. So it just kind of called back to that, and it reminded me of that. And which is one of the reasons why I picked this photo. I mean, there's nothing incredibly too unique as far as like the rest of the shot, like the background, the city landscape, but it's just the way Spider-Man's body's contorted that kind of stuck out and made me pick it. So thank you once again, SHALZ. A very unique photo indeed. Now, the next one is of Spider-Man Miles Morales. This one was submitted to me by a person that goes by over on my Discord. I know it's a pretty funny name, but submitted this photo, and I really like it because it's just Spider-Man Miles Morales chilling in his tracksuit in the snow. Now, I don't know if this is the PS4 version or the PS5, but I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably the PS4 version, judging by like the bulkiness of Spider-Man Miles Morales, because in the PS5, there was an update that was posted recently. It was like a patch. It was like posted about maybe a month or two after the game was released, which was in November 2020, and the patch came in about a month or 2 months later, where like he looks more realistic and looks a lot slimmer, and it was just like a minor update. I think this is Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS4, but aside from that, I mean, it's a great shot. I really like it. I mean, he's just chilling, nonchalant, not minding the snow, and the whole city, or at least whatever's behind him, is obscured and blurred out. So I think it really pops out, and it's a really nice shot. Thank you so much once again, over on my Instagram. Now, this one is of Miles Morales and Spider-Man the Cat, and this one was submitted to me by Devion on my Twitter. Thank you once again, Devion. I really like this shot. The hands are blurred out. Spider-Man the Cat is obscured by Miles's head, and it's kind of like, a citizen just looking up and seeing Miles Morales get the drop on him, or at least a criminal seeing Miles Morales and Spider-Man the Cat get the drop on him. And it's a really nice shot. I really like it. So I don't really see many shots like this where you get the point of view from a criminal, I guess you can say. But I really like this one, and thank you once again to Vion for submitting this shot. Now, this one I like because I feel like the Spider-Verse is kind of cracking, and what I mean by that is, everything about this shot, like all the colors are kind of freaking out, and everything's kind of like obscured with like everything just popping out, especially with the text in the background. Really good use of sharp colors, especially on the reds. A lot of lighting, a lot of sparks flying. This one was submitted to me by Dylan over on Instagram. So it's just basically Spider-Man in his Stark tech suit, just kneeing the crap out of some criminal. And I really like this one. So thank you so much for submitting this shot. Once again, Dylan, I appreciate it. Now, the next one is of Spider-Man in his TASM suit hanging upside down in the sewers. And Joshua submitted this to me over on my Instagram as well. And the reason why I picked this one is because it instantly reminded me of that scene from The Amazing Spider-Man 1, where Peter Parker Spider-Man is just hanging upside down, shooting multiple web lines. And he just managed to catch this exact shot from the movie, where he's just shooting out some web strands just to create like some sort of net so he can lay there and wait for like any movement or anything from like the lizard. And it just instantaneously reminded me of that, which is why I picked it. And it's captured from a very unique angle. And once again, the TASM suit, I've said this before, it does look good at night shots or in dark areas, and it's like dimly lit. So for whatever reason, the suit just kind of pops when the suit is in a very dimly lit area. So thank you very much once again, Joshua. I really, really like this shot too. And I saved the best one for last. This is of Spider-Man in his TASM suit once again. This was submitted to me by Salsa Orange on my Discord. The Spider-Man TASM suit looks really good at night, and I think you can only get the best shots of Spider-Man in his TASM suit at night. And very good use of lighting, especially with the controlling of the moon, just right behind him, and a little bit of slight of a sphere or a spotlight off in the distance towards like the left, at least our left, from our perspective when we're looking at this image. Spider-Man's costume is properly lit. It is obscured by darkness from like the front of him. And I really love this shot. So thank you so much once again, Salsa Orange. This is a beautiful shot. And I love how like the entire city appears to be dimly lit, and all the buildings in the background, and especially the trees and the vehicles, are also dimly lit, but also blurred out as well. So very good use of lighting, blurriness, effects, and good use of control weather and controlled, moonlighting. So thank you once again, Salsa Orange. I really like this shot, and I purposely picked this one as #1 because this one popped out the most to me out of all the photos in the shot. But that's not to say that all the photos that you guys submitted to me were awful or anything like that. They were great. I really loved all the photos submitted in this video. So thank you to all of you once again for submitting your photos. I really appreciate it. Be sure to be on the lookout for more videos just like this. I'm looking to make more photo mode submission videos, of course. Just give me some time, because believe it or not, these kinds of videos do take a little time to do, since I have to scour through all my social media feeds to find these photos and pick out the ones that really stick out to me. So thank you once again to all of you for submitting your shots. I really appreciate it. And go ahead and make some more. I'm looking forward to see what else you can do in Spider-Man photo mode. And with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so you all don't miss anything. And I will see you all in the next comic panel.